Hello, my name is Bianca and this is my baptism story. Growing up, my religious background was kind of inconsistent. I was raised Catholic and in a Catholic household, but I didn't really have a relationship with Jesus. I didn't know much about him. I just would attend, mass services every now and then. I also didn't understand when I was there. It was just like I was there to be there in a sense, but I didn't understand. I was very confused and it was just like a routine. It just felt like I was just going there to go when I did go. Life before knowing Jesus was not fulfilling. I think I was trying to find peace and love in places that I couldn't find it in. I was partying, drinking, always with my friends. I never wanted to be home, and even when I was out with people, I still felt uneasy. I felt alone. I felt like nothing was just fulfilling me. One day, actually about a year ago, I was invited to attend a service at Limitless Church, and I wasn't even sure about going. I remember being invited and I was like, okay, we'll see, I'll let you know. But I did end up going, and immediately I just felt welcomed and loved. I was, being welcomed by everyone there, all the greeters. I was being hugged, and it just felt very warm and welcoming. And I remember one of my first services was actually Pastor Ryan was preaching, and I remember sitting up there by myself because my family didn't attend service with me. They weren't really excited about me, attending a Christian church, and they were just kind of confused. They thought switching, over was just terrible, the worst thing you can do. So I was by myself. I would attend by myself, and I remember Pastor Ryan preaching a service about family, and he actually had the fathers, the head of the household, praying over the family, and I was by myself, so I was just looking around. But he said if you didn't have, a family, if you went there alone, to come down and pray with his family. And I just remember going down there and feeling just so overwhelmed with love. I just started sobbing. I ended up walking out of there crying a mess, and I was like, okay, I need to come back. I'm going to go back. And I continued attending church at Limitless. I just started to realize I wasn't able to do the things I used to do. I used to, I would still kind of struggle, obviously, but I was not being fulfilled in the things that I was doing before, the partying, drinking, and eventually I was I need to make a full change and really just seek, and I wanted to keep seeking. I wanted to keep seeing what all I could get from this, what all I could feel, and I just enjoyed being in the presence of God, and I felt it every time I attended service. And as soon as I found an opportunity to be baptized, I felt so called and so pulled to do it. And I was like, I'm doing it. I made the choice. I was like, I'm going to do it. I need to do it. I want to do it. I do remember bringing this up to my family, and I was letting them know how I wanted them to attend, and I was hoping they would come and be there with me, and they were not happy. They didn't want to attend. I remember my mom saying, I already baptized you as a baby. We already, gave your life to Christ. Why are you making this choice? And I remember just telling her, it's my decision. I'm making the choice now. As an adult, I feel pulled to do it, and I want to do it. And so I went all the way up to my baptism expecting my family not to be there, but I was okay with it because I knew that eventually they would come around. But the week of my baptism, my mom went shopping for, she was looking for an outfit or something to wear, and she was like, we're going to be there, we're going, we're going to support you. And that's what she said. She was going to support me. But she came and she was touched at the service. The worship just touched her. She was just crying before my baptism. She was just very touched and emotional. And after my baptism, she was like, we found our church. This is our church. And they haven't missed a service since. They are there every Sunday. They make it a point to be there. Even if we're out of town, they will make sure they get back to be there in person on Sundays. And now they're getting baptized here at Limitless Church, and they're serving in the church. So I've just seen such a change and growth. I just remember thinking I was going into this alone and my family wasn't going to support, but this just shows that, it was obviously so impactful. My baptism just changed everything for them and their outlook on everything and the way that their faith is, and I just see so many changes in our home, and I'm so grateful. If you're thinking about being baptized, I definitely encourage it. You just don't know who you're going to impact or who you're going to touch by your experience. It's not just about you, but the people around you can see it and be just so impacted by it. And I think God can truly move through your situation and touch other people just like my family did. So I definitely encourage it. My name is Bianca, and that was my baptism story.